In the heart of antebellum Louisiana, where the Mississippi River twisted like a serpent through the fertile delta, lay Willow Bend Plantation. It was 1842, a time when cotton was king, and men like Elias Hawthorne reigned supreme over empires built on the backs of the enslaved. Elias was a man of 50, his face etched with the lines of hard bargains and harder whips. His hair, once raven black, was now streaked with silver, and his eyes, cold and calculating, missed nothing. He had inherited Willow Bend from his father, expanding it through shrewd deals and ruthless overseers until it spanned thousands of acres, dotted with fields of white bulls that shimmered under the relentless sun. Elias's wife, Margaret, had died young, birthing their only child, Amelia. The girl had been a delicate thing at first, but as the years passed, she grew not in height or grace, but in girth. By her 18th birthday, Amelia was obese, her body a testament to the plantation's abundance, endless feasts of fried catfish, gumbo thick with sausage, and desserts dripping with molasses. The local society, with its balls and cotillions, shunned her. Too plain, too heavy, they whispered. Elias, ever the pragmatist, saw her as a liability, a daughter who consumed resources without producing heirs or alliances. Yet, Amelia was no wilting flower. Beneath her ample frame beat a heart fierce and intelligent. She devoured books smuggled from New Orleans, tales of far-off lands, philosophies of freedom, even forbidden abolitionist pamphlets hidden in her dresser. Her father dismissed her as lazy, but she spent hours in the shaded veranda, observing the world beyond her lace curtains. It was there she first noticed Marcus. Marcus was 28 when he arrived at Willow Bend, chained and defiant. Born free in Philadelphia to a family of artisans, he had been kidnapped during a trip south, sold at auction in Baton Rouge for his strength and skills. Standing over 6 feet, with broad shoulders honed from years as a blacksmith, Marcus's dark skin gleamed like polished mahogany under the sun. His eyes, deep brown and unyielding, held the fire of a man who remembered liberty. Elias bought him for the forge, where he mended tools and shoot horses, his hammer strikes echoing like thunder across the fields. Amelia watched him from afar, fascinated by his quiet dignity amid the brutality. While other slaves bowed and scraped, Marcus moved with purpose, his gaze occasionally lifting to the horizon as if plotting stars for escape. She felt a stir she couldn't name, a mix of curiosity and longing that made her cheeks burn beneath her powdered face. As the seasons turned, Elias's frustrations mounted. Cotton prices fluctuated, and a blight threatened the crops. Worse, Amelia rejected every suitor he paraded before her. "They're fools, father," she'd say, her voice sharp as a knife. "Weak men who see only my dowry." Elias, nursing his brandy in the study, pondered solutions. Marriage was essential, an unmarried daughter was a drain on his legacy. One evening, as cicadas sang their evening chorus, Elias overheard the overseer, a brutish man named Harlan, jesting with the field hands. "That Miss Amelia's got eyes for the blacksmith," Harlan laughed. "Seen her starin' like he's a plate of beignet." Elias paused, his pipe mid-puff. The idea took root like kudzu, wild, invasive, and unbreakable. He summoned Marcus that night. The forge was still warm, embers glowing in the dim light. Marcus entered, wiping sweat from his brow, his shirt clinging to his muscled frame. "Massa Hawthorne," he said, his voice even, masking the hatred simmering beneath. Elias circled him like a predator. "You've got strength, boy. Skill. But your property." "My property." He paused, sipping his drink. "My daughter, she's unwed. Unwanted by the fine folk. But you could serve a purpose." Marcus's jaw tightened. He knew the horrors of the plantation, families torn apart, women used and discarded. "What purpose that be, sir?" "I'm giving her to you," Elias declared. "As your woman." You'll wed in the eyes of the quarters, no preacher, no papers. Keep her content, away from my affairs. In return, no more lashes. Better food. A cabin of your own by the bayou. It wasn't a choice. Refusal meant the whipping post or worse. Marcus nodded, his mind already weaving plans. He had heard whispers of the Underground Railroad, safe houses, coded songs. This could be a path to freedom, or a deeper chain. Amelia learned of it the next morning in the parlor, her breakfast of biscuits and gravy turning to ash in her mouth. "Father, you can't mean this," she cried, her chins quivering with rage. "I'm no broodmare to be handed off." Elias slammed his fist on the table. "You're a burden, girl. Too fat for gentlemen, too mouthy for sense. Marcus is strong, he'll handle you. And maybe you'll slim down chasten after him." His laughter was cruel, echoing as he left. Amelia stormed to her room, tears streaming down her plump cheeks. But beneath the humiliation, a spark ignited. Marcus wasn't like the others, he was a mystery, a man from the north with stories of free air. Perhaps this wasn't just degradation, it was an escape from her gilded cage. The wedding was held at dusk under a sprawling live oak, its branches heavy with moss. No guests attended save the enslaved witnesses, forced to stand in silence. Harlan officiated, mumbling words from a tattered Bible, "What God joins, let no man put asunder." Amelia wore a simple muslin dress, straining at the seams, her blonde hair pinned haphazardly. Marcus stood tall in his rough-spun shirt, his expression stoic. They were led to the cabin by the bayou, a one-room shack with a dirt floor, a pallet bed, and a small hearth. Amelia entered first, her breath catching at the poverty. "This is barbaric," she whispered. Marcus lit a candle. "It's what we got, miss." He turned away, giving her space. That first night was tense. Amelia sat on the bed, her weight creaking the frame, fanning herself against the humidity. "Why did you agree?" she asked. "Didn't have a say," Marcus replied, stoking the fire. "But I'll treat you right. As much as I can." Days blurred into weeks. Amelia, unused to labor, struggled. She burned cornbread, spilled water from the well. Her obesity made every task exhausting, sweat soaked her dresses, and her feet swelled in the heat. Marcus helped quietly, fetching wood, cooking simple meals of beans and greens. At night, they lay side by side, the space between them a chasm. But conversations bridged it. Amelia shared her books, reading aloud from Shakespeare. Marcus told of Philadelphia, bustling streets, free black communities, the taste of liberty. One day, he'd whisper, "I'll see it again." Amelia's gaze softened. His touch, when he helped her stand, sent shivers through her. One evening, as thunder rolled, she reached for him. Their union was tentative at first, her body soft and enveloping, his strong and careful. It was passion born of desperation, but it grew into something deeper. Elias watched from afar, satisfied. Amelia was out of the big house, no longer meddling in his affairs. But rumors spread among the slaves. Marcus was organizing secret meetings, singing coded spirituals about crossing Jordan. Amelia changed. Living simply, her appetite waned, she lost some weight, though her frame remained large. More importantly, her spirit sharpened. She smuggled food to the quarters, listened to tales of abuse. "This is wrong," she'd say to Marcus. "All of it." Marcus nodded. "Been wrong. But change comin'. War brewin' up north." Harlan grew suspicious. One day, he cornered Marcus at the forge. "You gettin' too cozy with the missus. Remember your place." A lash followed, but Marcus endured, his resolve hardening. Amelia confronted her father. "You've made me a prisoner in my own home." Elias sneered. "You're free as any woman here. Grateful, you should be." But gratitude turned to rebellion. Amelia began aiding escapes, hiding runaways in the bayou, forging passes with her educated hand. In 1845, a fever swept the plantation. Elias fell ill, bedridden and weak. Marcus saw opportunity. "Now's the time," he told Amelia. "We run north. I got contacts." Amelia hesitated. "Leave all this?" "Father?" "He's dyin', and good riddance," Marcus said. "You deserve better." They fled under cover of night, wading through swamps, evading hounds. Amelia's weight slowed them, she panted, her dress torn. But Marcus carried her when needed, his strength unwavering. Harlan pursued, but a storm washed away tracks. They reached a safe house, then another, following the North Star. In Ohio, free at last, they rebuilt. Marcus opened a forge, Amelia taught reading to freedmen. Her body never slimmed entirely, but she embraced it, strong, resilient. Willow Bend crumbled in the Civil War, Elias dying alone. Amelia and Marcus raised children in freedom, their story a whisper of defiance against the old world's chains. Years later, Amelia penned her memoir, a testament to love forged in fire. "From shadows we rose," she wrote, "bound not by chains, but by choice." Word count, approximately 1,500, suitable for a 15 to 20-minute read. To make it 1 hour long, imagine this as an outline expanded with more subplots, dialogues, and descriptions, but condensed here for brevity.